now that we've got some power, let's go create and visit an RF Tools dimension. We'll need an inscriber. And we'll need a dimension tab. Do you need power? No. No, you do not. Okay. Let's just find a place to stick you. Stick. So the way RF Tools dimensions work is, when you put an empty dimension tab in the inscriber, you put some things called dimlets in here. And dimlets basically are things that control the properties of the world that we're about to generate. We haven't found any dimlets yet, but what you can do is, you can leave this blank. Any properties that you don't specify via dimlets will just have random properties associated with them. So let's give this a name. Test 1. Somebody is storing their metadata in their mod in a weird way. So anyway, if we store this, we'll just get a totally random dimension. Now the next thing we need the dimension builder. Plunk. Now what the dimension builder does is, it takes this... Hello? Oh! Ha! So I attached this to an existing XNet connector, and obviously, it's already programmed to suck its contents out into the ME system. Let's just go and disconnect that. Let's try that again. So what the dimension builder does is, it takes this dimension tab and actually builds a dimension out of it. Literally, we've just made a world using technology and electricity. Now, its properties, as I said, are going to be completely random. And you can figure out what they are after you've built it by just shift-right-clicking it in an empty hand. And so from here we see the base block is concrete. It has some attributes, including interesting no bedrock. That sounds dangerous. Void terrain. That's going to be a very useful world. Yeah. And this is sucking our power dry, which means we probably ought to fire up the reactor. Now this dimension builder and also the dimension tabs can hold a lot of energy. So it will take some time to fully fill up these power buffers. So what we can do is we can take this tab out, and that will allow our power to refill. Now you can see the power is slowly draining out of this world. Slowly, because it only needs about 23 RF per tick. But the important thing is, you don't want to be in this dimension when the power goes out. Because you will, not to put too fine a point on it, you will die. Now, the way you get to this dimension is, first of all, let's double check we have a way back. In fact, we have 2 ways back. When you get to this dimension, you just teleport to it with the RF Tools teleporter, which we have conveniently already made one of. And here we are. We have a whole shitload of nothing because it's a void world. Oh, there is a thing. There is a thing. But before we go check out the thing, let's see if we can make a less useless shit world. Now, what we can do is, we can put this created dimension tab in, and we can extract it. It'll extract the dimlets that we put into it, and get an empty dimension tab back. We didn't put any dimlets in, so we didn't get any out, but now we can recycle the tab. Now, if we just hit store, you have a nice little tooltip that tells you what I was about to tell you. Basically, since we created a dimension tab that is identical to one we already created, that is, no dimlets, we got a link to the same dimension. Really what we want to do is create another random dimension. So we have to put something in it to make it different. This is where digit dimlets come in handy. Digit dimlets are dimlets that you can put in to a dimension tab. They do nothing, at least in terms of setting the properties of the world. It does nothing. Basically, putting in a digit will make the dimension tab different, while not changing any of its defined properties. We still haven't defined any properties, so we'll get another random world. But it'll be different instead of being the same world, because we put a different set of dimlets in. That was terribly explained. Let's fire up this one and spin the big wheel and see what we get. We've got normal terrain, which is nice. This overview gives you kind of an idea of what kind of dimlets you can put into a dimension. So we've got purple concrete powder as our block. Basically, that's our base block instead of stone. Attributes sort of add some effect to the world. Our base fluid is water. Terrain is normal instead of void like the last one. We have a block attribute followed by a feature attribute, and what that means is it will make a feature out of these blocks. So we're going to have hollow spheres made out of andesite. And we have these biomes defined, and I don't know if any of them are going to be used because it says biome controller single. While this is charging, I'm going to go to test 1, and I'm going to decommission it. And by that I mean, I'm just going to yoink this teleporter out. So it'll still exist, technically, but the teleporter will be gone, so I will never accidentally teleport to it. Let's go check out this latest world. And, conveniently, it has terrain. Here's the hollow spheres, made of andesite, which is going to spawn a million mobs, no doubt. Why don't we... I'm going to warp back and see if the sun is on at home. It is not. Let's turn the sun back on. Hopefully, that means it'll be day in the other dimension as well. Yes it is. Let's burn these motherfuckers. Let's... Yuff. Whoa. Now, let's go check out this thing. Okay. This is a dimlet shack. And in here, you will find stuff you can make dimlets out of. Also, it has these dimensional blocks. I'm going to steal them, because we actually need them, as it turns out. Ooh, iron. Well, I don't know what was supposed to be happening here. But whatever, let's go, Whoa. That was quite a fling. Let's loot this one too. Oh, we got some actual pre-made dimlets. Now, to work with these knowledge fragments, You put them in a thing called a researcher. So this first one we've got is a rare fluid pattern. Now what you do with these is, you create a dimlet workbench, and you stick a knowledge holder next to it. Now, if you put your knowledge into the knowledge holder, you can see that we can now make dimlets holding rare fluids. So we could make dimlets that make nuclear fusion fuel, or molten ender, or gold, and we could make worlds that have those fluids. We've also found common block, common biome, and uncommon block knowledge patterns. And so now we've got a biome dimlet, so we can make worlds with those biomes. We've got block dimlet, so we can make worlds that have these blocks. And so on and so forth. Now for the thing we actually came for. We need to make some of these. Which means you need to make some of these and some of these. Which is simple, you just smelt the bitches. Ah, I didn't fully upgrade you. That sucks. You could have saved seconds. So, we get 10 of these. And we also need to make one of these. Glint and gold. Let's see, where are we going to put this one? This might be our last portal. And off we go. Oh, this is the Gaia dimension. This is a dimension where crystals grow like plants. Oh, there's a tower over there. Is this anything important? Well, I hope not. Alright, yoink. Let's grab some of this, because I'm fairly sure I need it for something. Now, as I recall, this is basically just a dungeon. Ow! Ah! Ow! Yes, this is a dungeon. And this is loot. We got stuff. I have no idea if any of it's useful. I'm gonna grab a few of these logs just 'cause. They make some rather nice, tiles. One of the things we need to find is muck. Did I bring my nature's compass with me? No. No, I did not. I was definitely not smart enough to do that. That is quite some ways away. Unfortunate. And there it is. Zap. Oh, should have seen that coming. Muckballs. Can also just mine this. while we're here, see if we can find this thing. There it is. Glitchy rendering and all. Well, for now, I'm just going to waypoint this. And I just tried to fling myself home. So what we need to do, we need to take this Gaia cobblestone and smelt it. Then we take the stone and smelt it again. We get this stuff called pink essence. And the next thing we need to do is make this thing called a restructurer. And we just smelted all our Gaia cobblestone. Welp! So, we needed the Gaia stone furnace. There's that. And we need these, which we get just like making regular stone bricks. And we smelt this glitter block. And there it is. Stick. Now, you need two different kinds of fuels. You need pink essence and pyrite. And we're gonna need a block of pyrite, so we're gonna need to get some more. So, pyrite and pink essence as fuel, block of pyrite in the middle, and we get bismuth. And this is going to be part of our end opening ritual. So for now, shovel. You also get aura cluster as a byproduct, which you can use in the as fuel in place of this pink essence. Well, now that we've done all that, let's go take on this boss. Pulling a Mineman here, smacking my head going upstairs. This is a really awkward stairwell. OSHA would not approve. Smack. Smack. Much climbing later, and here we are. Ow, 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 ow. We have to kill the drones first. And then the guard. Okay, you are not fireproof. Excellent. Oh! He knocked some of my armor off. And we're done. Well, now that we've killed a few bosses, I set up a progress board. I haven't really talked much about the ritual to open the end. Now, with Creeping Dark 1, we were gathering key items dropped from bosses. Well, instead of actual keys, this time, create something from the various loot drops from various bosses, and also a few natural items in the world. And once we have them all, we put them all together in the Celestial Altar from Astral Sorcery. So I've set up some item frames in the form that they will go into the final ritual, and started plonking down the items that we've gotten. So we just made the bismuth. We just killed the Malachite guard and got one of his loot drops. We've got the Eye of Head from the Easter Island head boss. The Quartz Bone from the Mad Science boss, I believe. Shadow Flesh from the mini-boss in the Dark Dimension. And Wither Fruit from the Dark Dimension. And the Tortured Soul from the Wraith. Now we just have these other slots to fill. How do I not terribly explain this? How do I terribly explain this? That's going to be an outtake, isn't it?